Hello Virgos, this is Magnolia Empress with the readings for the month of May. Let's get started. Okay, first reading for the month of May for Virgos, we have pride. Let's see what's going on with that. Spirit, tell me what's in store for Virgos in reference to pride. What's in store for Virgos in reference to pride? Okay. It's a moment where it's time to let something go, move away from it. Maybe you feel like you can't. You don't have the upper hand. You don't have the upper hand to move it. Maybe things are moving in your favor and you're running out of help or resources to do it. Maybe your heart is closed off at the moment. This is a representation of you in this reading with the King of Pentacles. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You went into a matter with good intentions of learning something or working with some other people, and it became a hard battle, and a lot of feelings were hurt. Things were said in a hurtful manner, and not everybody benefited from it. Someone had the upper hand and had the victory, but it wasn't a easy one. They had to work real hard from it. And so now it's a time to step out and help and find a new way of going about things, to get to feel sheltered and feel safe, and keep the same moral fortitude that you had before and always. Balancing real life with fantasy, especially with this new moon starting to come out to a new cycle of things. But it's been a rough road, a hard fight for the everything you had. You fought real hard for it. You started out in the beginning doing well, and maybe people are starting to feel like you shouldn't. Or maybe you just got overzealous in the way you talk to people, and you just started slicing people out. But now when it's time to get the help, you feel like maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you need to change the way that you think about things, about asking people for help. You excommunicated somebody, and you don't go back, you don't go backwards. It's something that you learned as a child. You just don't do. Once something ends, that's it. You come from a place of be mindful of the hand that feeds you. They may have a sword to come cut you with. So you went out and started doing things on your own. Things were going good, but then eventually it all fell to shit. And now as an adult, or in your later years, it's time for you to start over. So things were going good, and all of a sudden, bam, now you have to figure out how to get it back going again. But in order for you to do that, you can't come from a place of now I know everything, look at what I had before. Because right now, accolades and status don't mean a thing. Everybody is pinching pennies right now to get things going. So it's really more like eye for an eye right now. And you have to, in order to get things restored, you have to step lightly and be fair and in order for things to get back and restored into the order that is meant to be. Everybody's on an equal playing field right now. And I know maybe before, if you were the kind of person who relished in the idea of looking down at other people, you're gonna have to let that go, because right now everybody's on the same playing field. When we go in the stores right now, everybody is limited to the same amount of certain items. It doesn't matter if you're paying for it with cash or card. Doesn't matter how many people are in your household. If Whole Foods don't have it, you may have to decide if you want to go to Rouse's or Walmart or Save a Lot or Save a Center or whoever to get the grade of meat or whatever that you want. You may have to start buying off-brand stuff now instead of, I know you love wearing Gucci and I don't even know if True Religions is still popping as far as jeans and stuff now. But if they out of it online and you need it now, you're going to have to go to the store. So suggestions is extremes. I feel like this is saying these are extreme times. If things were more relaxed, maybe you could have that advantage that you had before. But these are stressful times now, so you can't really be on your high horse right now like you used to being. Let me get this together. Okay. All right, because as I was saying, everybody's going through hard times right now. Everybody's in pain and everybody's foundation is shaking up. But that doesn't change the fact that you still have to be in control of your emotions and your feelings in order to make things work. You're still responsible for the things on what you do in the matter. So you might want to lay low on taking risks right now in order for you to see the results that you want and get back to your place of being independent and relying on yourself. Because worrying about it is not what's helping you right now. Instead, you need to rely on spirit and logic and facts. The facts are in front of you that things are different now. There's a new normal that has to come about. So you have to make that tough decision to break ties with that feeling of having all the power and knowing what to do, and you have everybody's best interest, but really you coming from a selfish place right now. Because you're thinking about what you're going to have when things are left over. But that's not really what's at stake right now. Survival is what matters now. So I feel like control your feelings. Get yourself in check. Nothing wrong with moving forward and trying to find a new plan. But you have to be... But this time when you move forward, you have to think about not just right now. You have to think about the future. So start making your purchases about something that you can do in the future. And then because as you start spacing out everything you have and storing things for later, spend what you have to now, then that will get you back to the place that you once were. And again, just like in another reading I just did, protect what you have. the battle isn't over. Basically, you still have to get more information. This is going to be a long things are not going to settle for a long time. So that is the reason why you need to be mindful and careful of the things that you have. Make sure your budget is balanced out and make decisions that are beneficial for your future. All right, let's get a final outcome card. Somebody trying to call me. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity and retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, so this is a moment where if you, sorry, that was my neighbors. If you're at a place right now where you have to learn how to heal not just yourself but others, this is just letting you know that this is real. This ain't something that you can just kind of play light with and act like. When I say this, I mean the situation that you're in. This is real. This isn't just a fluke. This isn't something that you're going to wake up in the morning, snap your fingers, and everything is going to be back to normal. No, some things have shifted. Finances for some people have shifted. Resources, everything. And you have to take this time to make your moves. Be tactful about them and be wise about the decisions you make, because it's not a thing now where if you make a mistake you can just say, oh well, that's just what I do. No, you can't do that. This is a time for you to actually focus on the corrections that need to be made and go about them in a more responsible way. Okay, and by you doing that, it allows others to see you in your true light, and then you can move forward. And maybe you're the person that everybody looked towards as the person that was like the super accomplished person, most likely to succeed type of person, and now things are kind of shook up, you know what I mean? Things have changed and it's time, and that by you, and this is an opportunity for you to show, okay, this is another started from the bottom, now we here situation, and you're the person who can do it. And this is probably a lesson you have to prove to yourself again, to remind you who you are and just and get you to the next level. Okay, all right, let's get to the second read. Second reading is about patience. Okay, I can see that because everybody, including myself, your patience is running low right now. Okay. Things are on a different path, are shifted from how things used to be, and it's moving fast, moving you to a whole nother place. When at a time when dreams were being fulfilled and you were following your calling and wishes were coming true, a situation came and knocked you out of your flow, and now you have to see things from a totally different perspective. But what it's doing is causing you to break away from a mindset that you have of probably being trapped. It's forcing you to step out more and find another resource for resources or education, or getting a new training on things in another environment. Which will help you to avoid any deception that could be on the horizon. So what is this Nine of Cups in reverse about? What is this extra card here? Nine of Cups again. So maybe you ask someone to help you out with something and they're not following through, and you're waiting for them to do what they're supposed to. Maybe some help was on the way and then all of a sudden it just said, psych, and went ghost. And now you have to find another way. Yep. Can you give me more information, Spirit? Okay, if it was a contract that was in the works, probably with the fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, you may have to take it to court. Get your evidence and everything together, and might have to go through arbitration about it. And if that's the case, you're definitely going to need patience, because who knows when you'll be able to get things resolved. Yeah, because you were waiting and then something happened to switch everything, and now you just basically have to start all over again. And it has really knocked you off of your horse, and you don't know where to start. You were waiting on something. Okay, you were waiting maybe before the pandemic. You were working on something and everything was going fine, and now everything is at a standstill, and it almost felt like you have to either go to court, or you're waiting on the government, or waiting on a supervisor to come through with the things that you have to do. And it's totally against, and you're praying that it's not something that's going to happen that's going to cause to make things more difficult for you. And because you having to spend this time alone, it's causing you to get depressed and sad about it. So let's see what Spirit is asking us to do to get out of this dark energy. What can you do for yourself while you wait? Growth. Okay, so now while you wait, this is a moment of growth for you. Let's see how you can grow from this situation. What are some lessons that you're learning from here? Spirit, tell us about this growth for Virgo. Okay. So what this Tower moment has brought about is a moment for you to analyze, make an assessment of the things that you have, and use them wisely so you can return back to this place of fun and positive moments in your life. Another, if a proposal fell through in the beginning, proposal, contract, or what have you, another one is on the horizon, and it's gonna take you out of this resting place that you're in and spark a new flame against you, for you, restore the passion in the business that you have going. It's gonna allow you to take the things that you have learned, the foundation that you have laid probably from the previous business, and you have to learn a new trade to get the business back to flowing right and get it out of the red and back into the black. In other words, to get it out of the negative and get it more profitable. So this is a time for you to expand on your business. Find a new way to get the profit going. If maybe it was brick and mortar, maybe this is a time for you to figure out how to have this business move further online. How can you receive orders online? Figure out how long does it take for you to do the orders? How much does it take for postage? Kind of balance out the cost of shipping it and handling versus leasing an office or an office space for your business. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get some more clarity on this. Yeah, so stop seeing this as a moment of you feeling trapped. This is a moment for you to celebrate, a moment to gather your friends and family around and see, okay, how can I get this thing moving again? I know I can get this revenue to come back, but I just need to find another avenue to bring it forward. Maybe there's a Queen of Wands, air, fire energy that's coming through to kind of help you. There's a mentor of some sort that can kind of help you find another source, another product, a service that you can do. If maybe it's a service that you can do mobilely instead of just having it in one location. For something that you usually just do it at one site, maybe there's a way for you to just, yeah. So what's going on is that it's this growing phase that you're in right now. This is an opportunity for you to see a new beginning and a new way of gathering finances and gathering and building a better future for your business, and one that gives you an upper hand on how things are supposed to go or what's beneficial for you, especially just in case we have another moment like this where an act of God will come through, meaning a storm, mudslide, hurricane, because hurricane season is just about around us, and with hurricanes there's tornadoes, floods, and things of that nature. So you won't have to worry about, do you have flood insurance to cover this, or whatever type of insurance you need to get through this. If you have that online website or something like that, you still be able to gain profits for the month. And again, the final outcome card is Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So this is a moment for you to sit back, recharge, heal, and find another way to get your business back afloat or your family back afloat. Dig deep for that. Do some prayer and meditation. Get a financial advisor to figure out, because they have ways. They have web developers. They have things such as Wix.com, GoDaddy.com to help you build your website. There are also people who write content for your website. If you feel like, well, I don't know the words to describe what I have, they have content writers, copywriters who they write. You tell them what you want to say, and then they put it to words for you. That's their talent. They know the right words to say to get people to come to your website and find things. And then you can pay, instead of paying a leasing fee, you can use that fee that you would use for rent to pay individuals to write and manage your website, and then it will be just your responsibility to get the product and mail it to those who need it. Okay. All right, so that is the reading for Virgos. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.